Tipsy Baker here. Today we're going to do French macarons. I'm going to do a tribute to Martha Stewart because I found this recipe on her website called marthastewart.com. So I hope I do her justice with this video. Let's get right into it. So I doubled her recipe. So I'm using 64 grams of egg whites, 106 grams of sugar, granulated sugar. I'm using almond flour, which is 142 grams, and also icing sugar, which is 234 grams, sifted fine. Her recipe says she ground up her almonds in a food processor. We're not going to do that. I bought some already super fine, so we're going to make our meringue right now for it. We're going to add all our sugar to this. We're going to first start on slow speed, or stir it in, and then we're going to pick it up on medium for a bit. This mixture, you want it to be stiff, glossy peaks for French macarons. Any French-based meringue is a very tough thing, any meringue-based recipes. So we're gonna see how this goes. So yeah. We're gonna just pick it up a bit. I want to speed up the process for you guys. Let's put it on high. The egg whites have to be room temperature. It makes a better meringue. I'm not adding any other color or flavor to this recipe. I am just doing a plain French macaron. At this point in the recipe, it's not done yet. This should take 4 minutes to develop. I'm just giving a little scrape down. This is way too runny because you don't want that. Let us continue. This should take 4 to 6 minutes to do if you do it on high, but it could be less. At this point, actually they aren't quite ready yet. We're gonna mix it a little longer. So at this point, your meringue should do something like this. They are stiff peaks and they're glossy and shiny. I might actually mix it a little longer. I'm gonna mix it a few more seconds, but it should look something like that. A few more seconds. So your meringue for your French macarons should actually come together and stick to your whisk like this. It's stiff and it doesn't fall off. So your batter should look like that. We're gonna knock out some of this off the whisk. Oh yes, you're using the whisk attachment to your mixer. And this part, we're gonna put in all our flour mixture into this batch. And we're gonna fold them in with your spatula. So we're gonna go down one side, bring it and go into the middle and bring it up, and we're gonna fold over. We're gonna go again on the other side and do the same thing, and we're gonna cut through it, like so. And we wanna incorporate it all into the mix. So we're gonna keep doing that. We are almost mixing it in. It's almost there. So when you know that it is completely folded in, is if when you're folding in the last part and you're making a line in the middle, it should flow back together but still have a line in it. So it should look something like this, and that should be good for your French macarons. We are going to have a piping bag. I'm using a reusable one. You can use disposable ones if you want. We're not going to put too much in here because you only put as much batter into a piping bag as your hand, the size of your hand, can take. That's a rule of thumb. If you've ever watched videos where they had icing and they overfill their bags, that is not a good way of doing something. But always put in as much as your hand can take. So I'm going to put in about that much because I want to make it look a lot easier for people to have a smaller hand. We have our stencils here that are about a toonie, which is like a Canadian currency, and we're gonna put a dollop of it, of the batter, onto that. Make sure if you don't actually have like an actual French macaron teflon, make sure they're evenly spaced on when you're doing stencils for them, because you don't want them to bleed into the next macaron. So we're going to keep doing this. Make sure they're evenly piped. You don't want uneven French macarons. Oh, that totally went weird. That one's going to be a weird one. So I need a little bit more. When baking these, you bake these at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 13 minutes, roughly 13 minutes. You will turn them around after those halfway through the bake, just so they evenly bake. It's kind of a messy job. My bag is already gross on the outside, but what can you do? So we're going to keep piping these. We're not going to put these in right away into the oven because we'll have to wait 15 minutes or longer for them to have a crust on the top. But first, we will have to knock them about 3 to 5 times to knock out the air. If you liked this video, please comment, subscribe, like, follow, press the notification bell for more videos from the Tipsy Baker. So we'll knock these down. 5, and we'll do the same with this one. So we let these sit for 15 minutes, and I will see you in a bit. Okay, we're back, and it's been 15 minutes. They have a crust on them. So we're going to throw these in the oven for 13 minutes, but halfway through you turn them around. So let's get them in. So we're going to do that. We're going to bake them one at a time because if you bake them more than once, they will be weird. So I'll see you back in 13 minutes for it. It looks like they're actually turning out. It's got some height there. But we'll see what the inside looks like. And that one not so much, because I don't know what happened to that guy. I think he just like fell over a little bit. But